Hey there, so I'm not going to scream right at the top just to make some noise and get your attention, but I am ripping off a very known YouTube genre, which is reacting to other videos. So I'm a video marketing professional, I make videos, I produce them, and I also make the video marketing campaigns. So I thought it'd be interesting to take a look at what are the videos from the corporate world that are out there already. And let's see what my honest reaction to those videos might be. All right, let's take a look at this video right here. This is Old Pond LLC Interstate Chemical, about opening a major chemical company in their new facility in Northwest Ohio. It's a very long title. Okay, so it's a little bit low-res graphics. Looks like we have like a Google Zoom.
We're a Pennsylvania-based chemical distributor. Our distribution line comprises of probably a little bit over 6,000 chemicals. We have a footprint that goes from Pennsylvania to Colorado.
It's not the best exterior footage.
In Pennsylvania, and at the time,
all right, Lou's the executive vice president here,
and said they had heard we were building a plant in Erie, PA, and they had asked if we'd entertain coming out this way. I said, as long as you could bring all.
Did I just see that right? I'm gonna just go back a little bit and take a look. They just used a morph cut to disguise Lou's talking.
This way, this way, this way.
You know, which is, fine when you use it correctly. And maybe most people wouldn't notice this. Maybe me as a, video editor, it really jumped out. But it's a pretty egregious use of the morph cut right there. And also, I have to admit, Lou isn't naturally the most comfortable person on camera right now, which is fine. Not everybody is. But he's doing kind of a weird thing with his chin. He's kind of like really looking down. His eyes are glaring kind of up. And he's just like a little bit rigid. It takes time to get comfortable and to get relaxed. But I would, hopefully I would have worked with Lou a bit to, kind of try and speak out a bit more and try and communicate to whoever is there giving the interview and not try and hide. Let's take a look, listen to what Lou actually has to say.
We actually looked at building this plant in Pennsylvania, and at the time, believe it or not, RGP reached out to me and said they had heard we were building a plant in Erie, PA, and they had asked if we'd entertain coming out this way. I said, as long as you could bring all the entities together, the EPA, the gas, all the utility companies, the city officials. If you're able to get everybody together in a room quickly, I'll come up there and have a discussion. And they actually, probably 48 hours later, they called me back and they said, we're ready for you to come up. And I was very, very impressed with that, actually.
Okay, I'm not in this industry, so maybe this is a particularly more exciting story for those who are part of that world. It just felt like that message could have been maybe communicated more efficiently. And maybe if it was an exciting or big deal, Lou could have expressed that excitement more. Maybe Lou's not that, easily excited or doesn't want to reveal that on camera so quickly, but that would have been nice to see. All right, let's take a look at Michael Beasley. We're cutting to his interview right now. He's the Oregon City Administrator.
From the beginning, the Regional Growth Partnership was a real partner for us as we worked on this project. There's so many aspects of bringing a major industrial employer to the market, from making sure everything is right with the roadway they need. Michael's
kind of a fun personality. He's a little different. He's a little, he's a little quirky, and that's fun to see on camera. He seems a bit more natural. He seems a bit clearly himself. I'm enjoying just watching him speak. So let's go back.
Partnership was a real partner for us as we worked on this project. There's so many aspects of bringing a major industrial employer to a market, from making sure everything is right with the roadway they need, the electricity, the transportation, rail needs. Really, on the front end of this project, there was the gas line that helped make sure we had the raw material.
Okay, that was a really long piece of text on the screen. So, we saw that graphic come up, and then it says access to brand new, high pressure pipeline. It's a bit distracting. There's a lot going on the screen already where we're seeing this pipeline, then this massive circular graphic pops up, and there's this big chunk of text. Not sure if that's necessarily the best way to communicate that information. And isn't Michael saying that right now as well?
And rail needs. Really, on the front end of this project, there was the gas line that helped make sure we had the raw materials for this industry to thrive here.
It's a little confusing to see a big chunk of text while someone else is speaking at the same time. So he's talking about a gas line. We see then the word pipeline, and I have to admit, it makes it hard for me to get all the information in.
Another piece, though, assembling land that would work, working with the developer, working with the industry to make sure.
Again, they're throwing on text on the screen while he's talking, and they're using kind of a little bit jargony phrases in the text while he's using jargony phrases while he's speaking. And we're going over what seems to be just kind of B-roll footage of this construction.
The land we had that would fit their needs, they had growth space if they would need that long term. Those sorts of things were really good spaces where we worked well together. We felt we had a good team.
This region is one of the top 10 growing small metro regions in the U.S.
All right, here we go. So now they're throwing up the quotes as Lou is saying this at the same time. So we're reinforcing what he's saying with text on the screen, which for a lot of people can help, you know, get that information inside. And that's good. So this is a better use of those graphics. However, they did kind of throw this up over stock footage, which isn't the highest quality. So that isn't necessarily helping.
There's a lot of good things going on here, and with that brings a lot of talent.
When you look right here in Northwest Ohio, we make most of Ohio's gasoline. There's so much complex welding, pipe fitting, electrical, construction work that goes into keeping those operations going that we have a workforce that is ready to do this complex work right now.
That was good. That was nice. That was like a punchy, direct message. He said it very convincingly. It seemed sincere, and it was direct and concise. Nice. Good job.
My hat's off to Mike Beasley and the city officials, because they've done a tremendous job of creating this environment where businesses feel like they're wanted in an area.
Well, we are glad to see the world bringing outside money to this region to put people to work, to create profit potential and jobs for our future.
Here we go. Now they're using the graphics in a useful way. They're talking about the amount of capital that's coming in, and they're also showing the amount of jobs that are coming in. They're reinforcing what he's saying rather than kind of distracting us.
It's a win for this region, a win for our future, and we're excited about it.
Hats off to RGP as well as Jobs Ohio. They were really the two driving forces behind getting us up here in Ohio. Had I not had that initial phone call from RGP, we probably wouldn't be sitting down here today having this interview.
Okay. All right. I'm not exactly sure what the purpose of this video was. I think they wanted to demonstrate the success of building this new plant. It's a very technical thing. It's a bit jargony, and it seemed a bit circuitous what their messaging was. What they did do well is they managed to use B-roll footage, cut between these different conversations. The framing of the shots is okay. They considered it. It sounds decent, you know, they're clear and audible. The music, however, you know, it's that standard little... It's a very, 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 very generic stock music tune that you hear in almost every corporate video. That almost is a Pavlovian response for me to stop paying attention. What would have I done differently if I was given this gig to, you know, tell the story about the building of this major chemical company or pipeline or gas line or whatever exactly it is? Well, I'll try and distill that. It's just the story. What is the story? Can we reveal the story, the emotional transformation, and can we focus on that? I would look into like, okay, what is the narrative they're trying to communicate? What's the transformation that they managed to accomplish? So I'd really try to hone in on what is that transformation? What is that journey? What is the message we want people to get after watching this video? So, you know, Lou talks about how excited he was that this all occurred. I would love to see that excitement and see what was the trepidation beforehand, what were the conflicts, the challenges. Then, yes, there are the technical elements. I would make it look nicer. I mean, that's putting it pretty bluntly, but I don't know how difficult the people they were interviewing were to work with, but I would have tried to make the subject on camera feel more relaxed, you know, let them speak freely so they don't feel so scripted, and really focus on the emotion above all and have that emotion support the story. And I would choose better music. So this was the first episode of this series, and we're still figuring out our title. So whatever the title ends up becoming, probably, you know, video marketing professional reacts or something cheesy like that. We're gonna try and make a few more of these and look at different types of videos, ones that inspire us as well. And if you have any tips of videos we should look at, I would love to see it. So see you on the next one, and like the video, leave a comment, subscribe. I'm not gonna say smash that like button, I just did, but it's that was painful. All of that jazz. All right, that's enough of that. Bye.